When I feel overwhelmed, I feel like there's so much noise going on. I feel like I'm literally surrounded by my thoughts, like they are physical things bashing into my head, shoving themselves in my ear, you know, sitting on my shoulders and pulling me down. It feels too much. Like, I get it. I get it. That's when I do something about it. I know you know this feeling, this massive feeling of overwhelm, where you feel like there's so much to do, there's so little time to do it, and you don't even know where to start. It sucks. I still get that feeling. Yes, I've reached that kind of success that I've aimed for years, but it doesn't mean I am immune to something like overwhelm and anxiety. So in this video, I wanted to share with you how I deal with that feeling of overwhelm, and I'm going to be showing you my tools and my go-to things. So first things first, let's get back to the body. Let's do some things that we know are going to help us now. We're going to drink some water. So essential. Make sure you get some water in you guys. Then we're going to go and sit down and we're going to breathe. We're going to focus on our breath for a few minutes. And those two things are going to help tremendously when we start the important exercises. Another thing is going for a walk outside. Really simple, but so effective. The first thing you guys are going to do is to take a sheet of paper and write on the top of it, stuff to do this month. And what you're going to do is brain dump everything. Every single little thing. So sometimes what I do is I separate it into areas. So it might be work and life, you know. Work, admin, dadmin. That's the first step. And that's really important that you get everything out. Sometimes it takes the form of like journaling, when you're actually not necessarily listing, but you're writing, oh, this is bothering me because of this. And that is another really, really useful tool. Sit down, write down what's bothering you, what's making you feel overwhelmed. And then once you've got that list, you should feel a sense of relief knowing that, okay, I know everything I need to do is on this list. And what you'll realize is seeing it written down is a huge weight off your mind. Small win. This next step is the most important and the most helpful. This one is really going to like skyrocket your productivity and make sure that you focus on the right things at the right times. Okay, so this is when you then take that list of everything and you prioritize it. You separate the list into two areas, importance and urgency. And you go through each one of those items on your list and you establish, is it urgent? Yes. Is it important? No. And then you put it in those boxes. And what I've done is I've gone for very important, important, not important. You can simplify it to just important and not important, which sometimes helps. Then once you have that, you can then start to move things into the box and you start to then have a list of priorities. A list of priorities where it's like, this is urgent and important, I have to do this. This is urgent but not important, so I don't have to do that yet. And you will start to see a numbered order in which you can prioritize those things in your life. It's tremendously helpful because then you realize that actually some of the stuff you are worrying about is not important and it's not urgent, but you now have it written down, so it's out of your system. And that way you can then tackle those things that have been causing you overwhelm one thing at a time. And then you plan out your time to tackle those things. And because you have a plan to tackle them in the right order, you will feel a tremendous sense of relief. Why am I sharing this with you? As creative people, we want to prioritize our creativity. Sometimes that means that we don't put emphasis on other things like life admin, like, oh, okay, yeah, I've got to do a meter reading for the gas company. That stuff's boring. Even though it's urgent and important, it's boring. So I put it to the bottom of the list. But then when you have everything on the list and it's listed in priority of urgency and importance. Some of those things that you've been ignoring, which are the reason you're feeling overwhelmed, will get bumped to the top of the list. They will get done and they will relieve the pressure, and you will then be able to create more easily and more quickly. So take a piece of paper and a pen, write everything that you need to do, every single thing, then order it in urgency and importance, and then action it according to what is most important and what is most urgent, and you'll get that stuff done and overwhelm will go. You guys are absolute legends. Thanks for watching.